Hello, today I wanted to share two basic examples of CSS grid min-max function. The first example where we use min-max function to create columns using grid template columns property. Okay, so let's take a look at our example. This is our grid, and let's take a look at the code. This is our markup div with the class grid, which is our container, and then it has some divs with some numbers content. Okay. So in this example, the current setup of the grid is we're using grid template columns 1fr, 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 which creates 3 columns in our grid, and they distribute space equally. It's one fraction unit, basically meaning one available, whatever is space available for one unit. Okay, so to demonstrate grid min-max function, let's change the first value to min-max function here, and we'll see what happens. So I already have the code, so I'm just gonna copy and paste from my notes. And let's take a look. Okay, as you can see, the first column changed. So we declare min-max 300 pixels and 400 pixels. Basically, we're saying to for this column, so don't grow more than 400 pixels and do not shrink less than 300 pixels. Okay, let's take a look at the browser and inspect it. So if we inspect it, I'm just going to remove this, and let's see what happens when we resize the window. So you see it shrinks, but it wouldn't shrink less than 300 pixels, this value. Okay. If we do the grid, let's just to see and just to show the values here. I'm just going to change this color. So, okay, yeah, on resize it's better to see like this. You see the 1fr units, what's happening on resize. They're shrinking based on the available space, and then you see that this number after this bracket so that's all. So it hit 300 pixel, our minimum value. So it wouldn't grow, it wouldn't shrink less than 300. You see it stays like this. And then if we resize back, it wouldn't grow more than 400. You see? So it stays at 400 pixels. We continue resizing, however it stays there. And the rest two columns, it keeps growing based on our content, based on the resize. Okay, so this is the first example for columns, how we can use min-max to create columns if we need it in our layout. And then the second example, what we can do, we can use the same function to create rows. Okay, and let me show you rows here. Just gonna remove this. So for rows, yes, I already have my example here. I'm just gonna copy and paste. So here we're using grid outer rows property, where we use again min-max, saying for minimum value is 70 pixel and for maximum is outer. So what it means is similar to our columns with min-max when we were creating in the previous example columns with min-max. Our rows wouldn't shrink less than 70 pixels, but would grow if we add more content. Okay? And what we can do is actually, let's first see what's happening here. So you see our rows, that's the minimum that we ask, that we tell the browser, it's 70 pixel. And let's see what happens if we say add more content in the first grid item, this one, first cell. Say first cell, what I can do is say let's do like lorem 50. You see, so automatically it expands, and this is the second value kicks in, the outer value, and the adjacent grid items, they also grow based on this one. So this is the basics of min-max, and that's all I wanted to share with you today, guys. As always, thank you for watching.